Dimitrius had always been a master of manipulation, and today he'd outdone himself. Disguised as a destitute, homeless man, he had spun a web of lies to convince a vulnerable woman named Holly to do his bidding. The plan was simple: blackmail her into doing the dirty work he didn't have the stomach for, using her past as leverage. He knew she had been selling drugs, and he'd make sure she'd help him, whether she wanted to or not. The stage was set, and as Dimitrius and Holly arrived at his luxurious home, his brother Dominic was in the midst of delivering a heartfelt speech. It was in honor of their late mother, whose passing had left a hole in both of their lives. But as Dominic spoke, Dimitrius couldn't help but feel the tension. He had his own agenda today, and this speech wasn't part of the plan. Once the speech concluded, Dominic made his way to greet Dimitrius and Holly. The air between them was thick with unspoken words, but Holly was polite, introducing herself with a charming smile. "I'll give you a tour of the house," Dominic offered, ever the gracious host. Dimitrius, ever the schemer, gave a slight nod. "Why don't you show Holly around? She might like to see more of the house." With that, Holly and Dominic set off, and just before she left, Dimitrius leaned in and whispered, "Remember our plan. Get what's in the safe." Holly nodded, a hint of uncertainty in her eyes, but she was committed to the mission. The tour went smoothly, and soon Dominic and Holly found themselves in their mother's old room. Holly's eyes lingered on a picture of Dominic's mother, a soft admiration in her gaze. While Dominic and Holly were still talking, that's when Holly saw it: the safe, tucked away in the corner. Her heart raced as she quickly made up an excuse, claiming she urgently needed the restroom. Dominic, ever trusting, left her alone, unaware that Holly had already set her sights on the treasure locked away in that safe. She tried a few random combinations, but the lock didn't budge. Then her eyes caught something: the number in the picture of Dominic's mother. It was a detail she hadn't noticed before, but in that moment, it clicked. The number was the password. Her fingers trembled as she typed it in, and with a soft click, the safe opened. Just as she reached inside, Dimitrius and Dominic entered the room, their footsteps heavy on the floor. Dominic's eyes widened in shock, and before Holly could react, he grabbed her by the arm and pulled her out of the room. Dimitrius, ever the opportunist, moved swiftly to the safe, his eyes scanning its contents. With a satisfied smirk, he took what he came for. But as Dimitrius exited, he overheard Dominic telling the gathered guests something that stopped him dead in his tracks. "The necklace in the safe is the fake one. The real one is in my car." Dimitrius, driven by greed, rushed out to Dominic's car. He needed that real necklace. But just as he was rifling through the vehicle, he heard footsteps behind him. It was Dominic, and he wasn't alone. 2 police officers flanked him, and they moved to arrest Dimitrius for theft. As the officers took Dimitrius away, Dominic's voice rang out. "That necklace you took from the safe was the real one all along. You had it the whole time." Dimitrius froze in disbelief. His plan had backfired. He was taken away in handcuffs, his world crumbling around him. Later, Dominic turned to Holly, his face softening. "I'm sorry for what happened," he said, his voice full of genuine regret. "But I have to ask, why a beautiful woman like you would resort to selling drugs?" Holly, visibly shaken, took a deep breath. She led Dominic to a nearby hospital where her mother was undergoing cancer treatment. "This is why," she said quietly, her voice trembling. "My mom's sick, and the bills. I had no choice." Dominic's heart broke at the revelation. He had no idea the depths of Holly's struggle. Without a second thought, he made a promise. "I'll help. I'll pay for your mom's treatment. You don't have to do this anymore." Holly's eyes filled with tears, her breath catching in her throat. But Dominic wasn't finished. "And I'd like to offer you a job. You'll be the new CEO of my company." Holly was stunned. "Are you sure?" she asked, her voice barely a whisper. Dominic smiled gently. "Yes, you deserve a chance at something better." Overwhelmed with emotion, Holly couldn't find the words. Instead, she threw her arms around Dominic in a heartfelt hug. For the first time in a long while, she felt hope that everything could change. Hey dear friends, I hope you love this video. I appreciate you watching, and remember, we're not just telling stories, we're changing lives. And when you share our videos, you're helping to change lives too, because our videos are pure inspiration. Share to empower others with these incredible stories if you enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more uplifting and inspiring content. Until next time, stay strong and keep pushing forward. Thank you for watching, and God bless you.